Hello, Olympia families and students. Coming to you today in my home because we're all trying to stay inside during these uncertain times. And what I'd like to talk to you today is about a couple of tools that have been opened up for our students and our teachers to help facilitate a little more human connection as we enter into this period of distance learning in our district. They're called Google Meet and Google Chat. So first, we'll talk about Google Meet. Google Meet is a video conferencing platform that is taken care of by the same Google agreement that we already have. Your students are used to using things like Google Drive and Google Docs, their Gmail accounts. Google Meet is another piece of that. And your students may get invited by their teachers to a video session in order to kind of carry on normal classroom activities. The way that will operate in most scenarios is that the teacher will provide a link to a Google Meet session from within Google Classroom. So you can see two different styles that I have sitting here. One is a direct link that you would click on, and it would open up a Google Meet session. Now, the first time that you're going to do this, you'll be given the option to allow the web browser that you're currently using to use your microphone and your camera. And you'd want to make sure that you do hit allow for both of those. Now, this notification is asking me about notifications. I don't necessarily need Google Meet giving me notifications, so I can hit block or allow on that one. And here we get a little bit of a preview of what the screen is going to look like when you join the video session. I highly recommend that you silence yourself and turn your microphone off before you enter into the session. That way, as soon as you join, you won't be blaring things from inside of your house out into the teacher's session. I also want to make note here that you can join using a phone for audio if you want to. All right, so you can click dial in here, and it will give you a number and a code that you can use. So if you are unable to use the computer at all, but your teacher still really encourages you to join a session, you can use this feature here and just call in from home. Okay, now there was another link here, and this is another format that a teacher may use, and that is to give you a link directly to meet.google.com and then give you a nickname to enter. So this is the website, meet.google.com. And you can click on this Use Meeting Code. And the teacher would have set this up beforehand, and they would provide you with whatever that code is. Now, without a code, this would be how you would set up a session on your own. So I'm going to type in one that is not currently being used, and you'll see what happens here. It will give me this error that says you're not allowed to start a meeting. There's this little note here too that says your account only allows you to join meetings. So that's important to know for both students and parents that kids cannot create these video sessions themselves. They can only join ones that are created. So next step is let's go ahead and get into one of these sessions, and I'll show you around. All right, so we are now in the Google Meet session. Couple of things right off the bat. At the bottom here you have these three main icons. The one with the microphone is bright red because we have already muted ourselves. If you click that, you will unmute yourselves. Your teacher will probably give you specific instructions on when they would like you muted and not muted. The button on the right of these three will turn your camera on and off. And the button in the middle is to leave the session. So at the end, you can either close your tab or you can press leave call. If you'd like, you can turn on captions, which is a pretty neat little feature. This will, I'm going to turn my microphone back on so it listens to me. This will go ahead and Keep track of what is being said, and then it'll relay that information to you at the bottom of the screen. So as I talk here, you should see my words showing up on the bottom. So as your teacher is talking or other kids are talking in class, you can turn this on and you can follow along with the text if that's easier. Your teacher may ask you to present something from your screen. Maybe you've done some work and you're going to show that off to the teacher or the class. So you can hit Present Now, and you can present your entire screen or just a window. In the lower right-hand corner, these three dots, if you click on that, the only options that you're probably interested in here would be to go full screen, which will make everything a little bigger. And then you can also change the layout. By default, Google will arrange all of the little thumbnails of different people on your screen, but if you'd like it to look a very specific way, you can click on Change Layout and you can change that manually. Another feature that's important to know up here in the corner, this little speech bubble, this will open up the chat. And when your teachers use this with you, they will most likely record the session. They're going to do that so they can post the recording to Classroom afterwards for anybody who wasn't able to be there during the live session. And anything that is typed into the chat here is also going to be recorded, and it's going to be dumped into a Google Doc, and then the teacher can share that with everybody as well. So this is a very good space to use as kind of a question and answer type spot. Each teacher may set up some different norms on how they want this to run. And in fact, some teachers may have students be in charge of looking at the chat during the session and then relaying important questions to the teacher as things happen. Most important thing to know here is there's no need to goof off in the chat or get distracted in the chat. Everything that you do and say in the chat will be recorded with your name and timestamp once this is all over with. So use that as the powerful tool that it can be to converse back and forth with the teacher, or to use it as a place to post questions that maybe other students can answer during the class. So those are the details about using Meet, and I hope that both you and your teachers utilize this tool to get a more kind of face-to-face interaction with each other during these distance learning times. So the next thing we're going to talk about is Google Chat. There are a couple of ways that your teachers may utilize this resource. They may create a room that corresponds to their class, and then they can invite all of the students of that class to that room, and then we have a chat space that can be broken up into conversations, into different threads. So this thread is about the week one of the closure, or you might have a thread that talks about, hey, how are you feeling right now? This is a stressful time for everybody, so it's a place for people to chat and exchange ideas. There could be threads about specific assignments, about assessments that might be coming up, all kinds of things. They may also use this to do smaller scale conversations with people, either one-on-one or in small groups. Students can also use this to chat between each other, again, maybe one-on-one or in small groups about assignments that are coming up or things that are pertinent to school. This chat is not private. Just like email, this chat is all recorded and archived. And if at any time you feel like something happens in the chat that is inappropriate or goes against our student-signed acceptable use policy, please use the anonymous tip line that you'll find on any of the district websites. And you can report that. And we have the ability to go back in and look through the chat history and determine what might have been going on. And you can find that anonymous tip line on the links section on any one of our school pages under students. Here we have the incident report form anonymous tip line. So Google Chat, which is chat.google.com, is something that your teachers may be using to also keep in contact with you on a regular basis during this rather unique time that we find ourselves in. So both of these tools are open and available to use, and please visit our COVID response website that is linked off of our main district page. There is more information there about technology, more information about these two tools, and we will be keeping that up to date as new information and new support comes in. Have a great week, and we can't wait to start seeing you all again.